Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for a brand new video, and this time I'm coming at you all with a group collab. So from the title of this video, you guys will know that this is the Every Room is a Different Pack challenge, but it is a group collab, and a bunch of us simmers were brought together by BanditSimmer, and we all had the chance to choose a different room that was going to be decorated in a different pack. So as you can see me pulling things out, I'm sure you can guess what my pack was that I got, but you guys probably can't guess the room, or maybe you can guess the room. Have a little guess down below. I'm gonna tell you anyway. But I don't know if you can see in the left hand side of the screen at the moment, that's the master bedroom next to this room that I'm working on, and that room is Island Paradise. So this house is comprised of all 11 expansion packs, and we each got to choose a different room. Now I chose the teen room, and if I was a teen nowadays, I would love to have a room like this. Like, how cool would it be to have your main bedroom, you've got your bed, you've got your study area, and then off to the side of it, you've got a little hangout room. Now I'm going to connect these two rooms with an arch, but when I first went in there, I was like, what am I going to do? Because this room is massive. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than the master bedroom. So I had to split it off because I wanted to make it two sort of separate spaces, but I thought that would be so very cool. Like, if I was a teen nowadays, would love a room like this. So the constraints that we were working in, which is a little bit different from the original challenge that Vixella has created in The Sims 4, is that we could use the pack that we were given and then also base game. So that's all I've used in this room, and you're gonna see coming up in a little bit that I made a massive mistake. Like, I definitely had a "you're an idiot" sandwich moment. I was so mad when I watched my footage back, and I nearly screamed because I was like, you idiot, I definitely failed this challenge. So you guys can point that out when we get there, but fear not. Once I watched the footage back, I went into the house and I fixed it for you guys. So if you decide to download this house, which the download link for this entire house will be down below in the description, you will see that I've changed something out to base game because I thought I would just use a different pack. I don't know what I was thinking, like my brain must have been in the clouds, but what I had originally looked really cute, and then I was like, oh, I've got to change this. So I did that, and then I also had a chance to have a sneak peek at everybody else's rooms that was involved in the challenge, and they did a really good job. Like, it's not easy decorating a room with just one pack and base game. So I really want to try this out as the original challenge is that Vixella has set out, because I think it would be a lot of fun, and I would probably be on the struggle bus for ages. And speaking of everybody that has been involved in this challenge, I'll have their names scrolling across the screen for you, and then I'll also have links to their channel down below, and then there will be a playlist so you can go and check out all their videos. Please go and check them out, show them some plum love. There are a lot of very talented Sims 3 creators that are still floating around the community, and they need some love. So I will definitely link all their links down below. Go and check them out. So I've pretty much laid out the entirety of the room, and doing a room that just uses one pack and base game, you see how much or how little stuff came with a certain pack. And University Life, ooh, that pack is bae. It got so much good stuff. I mean, I think the majority of things that I used in here are from the University Life. It's very, I mean, that table is base game and the curtains are base game, but mostly everything else is University Life, and I'm here for it. Now, BanditSimmer, who brought us all together, built this house. So she built the house with base game, and then the windows are ambition, so you can see that those are a little bit different. I didn't change out any of the windows. I used the same doors that she used throughout the house, and I think the arch there is base game. Look, there's my moment. What was I thinking?
What an idiot! Oh!
Are you guys seeing this? I looked at that when I was watching the footage back, and I was like, oh my god, why did I use those? So those rugs that are in sort of the hangout space are from Into the Future. And I was like, you absolute moron. What an idiot.
Oh, what a loser!
I was so mad at myself. But yeah, like I said, I had the chance to go back into the house after everybody had finished it and change it out. So I got to see what everybody else did, sneaky peeky, and they did really good. So we have made it to the recoloring phase here, and of course I went for yellow. because you guys know how I love my yellow, and I love that pattern. I've been using that pattern on the feature wall quite a bit, and it's just so much fun. Like, I think if you used it throughout the entire room, you'd have a headache, but other than that, as a feature wall, it looks pretty good. Now, I couldn't decide how I wanted this flag to look, so I went back to the freezer bunny and just changed it out to gray, and I think it looks really, really good. Now, my color scheme for this was yellow and gray, and I think that's a pretty cool color scheme to go together. I know I use a lot of yellow and greens lately in my builds, but yellow and gray really, really suits it. Like, I would love to have a room like this, or I would have done when I was a teenager. And where the arch is going into the little hangout space, I really wanted to use the bookcase that came with Supernatural because it's a hidden bookcase, but of course I couldn't use that because that fell outside of the constraints of my room. But how cool would it be to have a room behind a hidden bookcase? I'm pretty sure I grew up with somebody who in their house they had a hidden bookcase in the living room and it went to a playroom, and I was always so jealous of that. I would have loved that growing up as a kid. In fact, if I ever get around to building my own house, along with exposed brickwork, I'm gonna have a hidden bookcase somewhere. I don't know where it'll lead, but it'll lead somewhere cool, probably to my library. I would love that. Oh, I would love that. That would make me so happy. Anyway, how are we? How are you guys doing? What have you done this weekend? What's been going on in your world? Last night, I did a quiz with one of my best friends and her family, and I was rubbish. I was absolutely horrible at it, but this quiz was so hard. Like, it was her mom and her mom's husband's time to be the quiz master, so they made up all the questions themselves. Y'all, they had a round on trees and birds. Now, I think I got the first 3 trees, and the only reason I got those first 3 trees is because I recognized them from The Sims. So don't anybody out there tell me that The Sims is useless and there's no use for it, because it helped me identify some trees. But yeah, I was so horrible at those 2 rounds. Oh, there were other rounds that I was really bad at. I just sucked at the quiz last night and I was really disappointed. Like, I'm super duper competitive, and when I don't do well, I get really, really, really annoyed. But has anybody else been doing quizzes with family, with friends? And on a Wednesday, I usually do a quiz with work, and then Friday is always a quiz night with my best friend and her family, and it is so much fun. And we take turns being quiz master, so we make up all the questions ourselves, and we host like an 8 to 10 round quiz, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's a good way to bring people together. So I've been really, really enjoying that, and it makes being in lockdown and quarantine a little bit less shit. So tell me what you guys have been doing to like stay together with your family and friends while you can't see them, because you've got to come up with ways to stay in communication, keep your spirits up, and that's something that I've been doing and I've been really, really enjoying. So here I am recoloring those rugs that are not going to be in the download, but doesn't it look cool? It's like carpet squares, and I had this idea that when I went back in that I was going to just use carpet tiles, but they were snapping to the grid and it was just all off, and I was so upset. But I loved how that looked. I may have to use something like that in a future build because it's just really, really cute, really lovely. If the room was bigger, I could probably have used floor tiles and then recolored them to carpet, but because the room is so small, those into the future ones worked so very well. But anyway, enough of my idiocy. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna love you and leave you guys with some music. Again, make sure and go and check out all the rooms that were done in this collab. Thank you so much for BanditSimmer to bringing everybody together. It was a lot of fun. I'm so happy that I got to participate in this. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to do all those cool Intuit things, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you've got that bell ding dong so you can be notified whenever I do upload. But for now, I'm gonna skedaddle. Don't be a plum stranger now, guys. Bye!